Yo, what's up my YouTube nation? It's Legendary Justin. I'm here with Sky.
Hey.
And today we're going to be doing the Wizard101 Grandmaster Training Point Guide. And there's a cool picture of my friend and I, Kevin Emerald Leaf, and we're in the Mushu, basically the door area where you teleport between the worlds. And this is a guide by YouTube Legendary Justin. Alright, so the first school we're looking at is Ice Spells. So you get 5 training points and you learn up to Tower Shield. First you learn Frostbite, Snow Serpent, Volcanic Shield, Evil Snowman, and then Tower Shield. You have to be level 16 to learn Tower Shield, but we're going all the way up to Grandmaster, which is level 50, so you'll be level 50, and you'll have enough training points to learn Tower Shield. If you do all the training point quests, you get all 21 training points, and that's why my character has 21 training points at Grandmaster balance. The next spell to learn is the YOLO Stun Block. It's what costs 1 training point, and it's an ice spell, so if you're ice, you get it for free. But you've got to learn Stun Block because your opponents will stun you, especially if you're facing storms, ice, myth, fire. Those are the highest likely skills to stun you. Especially for quick match tournaments, you got to learn Stun Block. It's just a must. Learn Stun Block. The next is the life spells. It takes 9 training points to learn up to Sanctuary, and Sanctuary helps you because you get Satyr, and you also get Sanctuary, which are needed spells. You're basically going to keep life bubble up at all times, and then you're going to heal spam strategy, and that's why you got to learn Satyr and Sanctuary. It takes 9 training points, so it's most of your training points. The next is balance spells. Sky, do you want to do some of the balance spells? We're going to learn Reshuffle, and if you are balanced, you will learn all of the spells that are balanced. It's fine. But if your elemental schools, learn Reshuffle and Elemental Blade. It costs 2 training points to learn Reshuffle and Elemental Blade. If your spirit schools, you learn Reshuffle and Spirit Blade. Don't mess around with Spirit Trap or some other balance spells that you don't need. Just learn these ones. And you learn them in the Krakatopia to the area to the right. And this is another cool picture in Krakatopia. And then, in the pyramid it says learn Reshuffle. It's a must for the strategy. You have to learn Reshuffle.
Yeah.
For Dispel Spells, you need to learn Storm Dispel, Fire Dispel, Life Dispel, Myth Dispel, Ice Dispel, Balance Dispel, and Death Dispel in that order. But depending on, what schools you are, and you could learn between 3 to 6 Dispels. If you're balanced, you can learn all 6. If you're not balanced, then you could change it up a little bit, but I recommend learning at least 3 of these spells. You really only need Storm, Fire, and Life. Myth would be decent if you could add Myth as well, but the other ones are not needed after Myth, Dispel. The last 3, they're not as needed, because Ice Wizards, you can beat them because they don't really deal high damage. If you keep them with an Enfeeble Pet so they can't Blade Stock you. Balance, you can out-heal them. Death, they're not really common in the PvP area. Ice are kind of tricky, but I can beat Ice Wizards, so I'd put Ice and Myth kind of like, right up with each other. But I put Myth because they're pretty deadly in the PvP area. And Storm because you're going to be facing max level Storms. Same thing with Fire. Life you'll use for heal spammers, and if you're facing a Life Wizard, you'll destroy them with the Life Dispel. Alright, so now we're talking about the Star School spell. This is another thing you could learn instead of learning one of the Dispels. So you use Fortify. You learn it at the Star School in Celestia, and it's 1 training point. It's a really good spell. You can spam it in your deck, keep max copies, and that gives you 20 turns of Fortify for Grandmaster deck. And this is the last thing for the training point guide. If you are a Life Wizard, you get 9 extra training points for free because you get Sanctuary for free. You could learn Earthquake, and Earthquake is level 42, it takes 9 training points. You basically learn Earthquake, Tower, Stun Block, and maybe... Well, if you're Life, you don't need to learn Sanctuary, so you get all that stuff for free. So you need to learn Tower, which is 5, Stun Block, which is 6, Earthquake is 9, so that's 15 training points, and then you could learn more Dispels, and you'd learn your Reshuffle on your Spirit Blade. So that's all of the spells you need to learn for each of the schools. Subscribe to my YouTube. I put a link right here. It's www.youtube.com/legendaryjustin. Sky, do you want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye, YouTube. We'll see you later.